The Tale of Nuri and the Garden of Thorns. Abstinence from bad people. In a quiet village surrounded by lush green hills, there lived a young woman named Nuri. She was known for her kindness, her diligence, and her love for the beautiful garden her family had cultivated for generations. The garden was the pride of the village, filled with vibrant flowers, fragrant herbs, and towering trees. Nuri spent her days tending to it, ensuring that each plant thrived under her care. One day, a group of strangers arrived in the village. They were loud, boastful, and carried with them an air of mischief. The villagers, wary of their behavior, kept their distance. But Nuri, always trusting and kind-hearted, believed there was good in everyone. One of the strangers, a man named Zain, took an interest in Nuri and often visited her garden. Zain was charming, with a silver tongue that could convince anyone of anything. He praised Nuri's garden, complimented her on her hard work, and soon Nuri began to enjoy his company. Zain, however, had a darker side. He and his companions were known for causing trouble, stealing from the villagers, lying, and stirring up conflict. But Nuri, blinded by his charm, refused to believe the stories she heard about him. "Nuri, you should be careful," warned her neighbor, an elderly woman named Mira. "These people are not what they seem. They bring trouble wherever they go. Stay away from them, or their bad ways might corrupt your good heart." But Nuri, trusting Zain, brushed off Mira's warnings. "I don't believe that everyone is bad, Mira," she said. "People can change. Maybe Zain just needs kindness." Mira shook her head, but said no more. She had seen enough in her life to know that not everyone was as good-hearted as Nuri. Over the next few weeks, Zain began to visit Nuri's garden more frequently. He would sit in the shade of the trees, talking about grand adventures and wild schemes. Nuri found his stories fascinating, but she also noticed small changes in his behavior. He would sometimes pluck flowers without asking, or step carelessly over the delicate plants, leaving damage in his wake. When Nuri gently asked him to be more careful, Zain would laugh and brush it off. "They're just flowers, Nuri. Why worry so much?" At first, Nuri ignored these small signs, but over time, Zain's visits became more destructive. He brought his friends into the garden, and together they laughed and stomped through the flower beds, tearing leaves and breaking stems. Nuri's once beautiful garden began to wither under their carelessness. "Nuri, look at what they are doing," Mira said one day, pointing to the damage. "Your garden is suffering because of them. These people do not care about your hard work, and if you let them stay, they will destroy everything." Nuri finally began to see the truth in Mira's words. The garden, once so vibrant and full of life, was now a shadow of its former self. Zain's promises of friendship and change had been nothing more than empty words. His actions, and those of his companions, had done nothing but harm. Nuri realized that her trust in Zain had blinded her to the truth. Bad people bring bad consequences, no matter how charming their words might be. Determined to save what was left of her garden, Nuri made a difficult decision. The next time Zain and his friends arrived, she met them at the gate, barring their way. "You can no longer enter my garden," she said firmly. "I believed in your words, but your actions have shown me who you truly are. I cannot allow you to stay and destroy what I've worked so hard to build." Zain laughed at first, thinking Nuri was joking. But when he saw the resolve in her eyes, he grew angry. "You think you're better than us?" he sneered. "Fine, we'll leave, but you'll regret it." But Nuri didn't back down. Zain and his friends left, never to return. Though her garden was damaged, Nuri knew that with time and care, it would grow back to its former beauty. Over the coming months, Nuri worked tirelessly to restore her garden. The villagers, seeing her efforts, began to help, bringing seeds, plants, and tools. Slowly but surely, the flowers bloomed again, and the trees regained their strength. Nuri had learned a painful but valuable lesson. Abstaining from bad people, no matter how charming they seem, is necessary to protect what is good. Mira, watching Nuri's garden thrive once more, smiled and said, "You've done well, child. Remember, just as a garden must be protected from weeds, so must your life be guarded from those who bring harm. Bad people, like weeds, may look harmless at first, but left unchecked, they will choke the life out of all that is good." Nuri nodded, finally understanding the wisdom in Mira's words. She vowed to be more careful in the future, surrounding herself only with those who brought peace and goodness into her life. And so, the garden flourished, a testament to Nuri's hard work and the strength she had found in keeping away those who would do her harm. From then on, whenever the villagers walked past Nuri's beautiful garden, they were reminded of an important truth. Just as a garden must be protected from destruction, so must our hearts and lives be guarded from the influence of bad people.